Greetings and welcome to Chant a Psalm a day. I didn't get any rest first night, tossing and turning because of a situation. The person is not being forthcoming, and telling me what they're feeling and how they're feeling. And it's frustrating because I want answers. Like, just tell me and I'll be good. I'm a type of person who doesn't, I'm not vengeful. I'm not a vengeful person. If I'm in a relationship and someone breaks up with me, I respect that. That hasn't happened in my life. I've been the one to leave relationships because of situations, and I left this one really because of situations, but I wanted it to work. I still am in love with the person, and I thought that it would work, that this struggle was gonna produce a victorious outcome, but it didn't. And everybody's not the same. I don't blame the person. I know that I'm a loving, kind person, humble, and I want the best for everyone. Even though it may not be with me, I want the best for everyone. It's hard. It's hurtful. Especially after losing my son. Now I'm losing a relationship I invested in and built, thinking that it was gonna be enduring, but it wasn't. And it's my fault because I neglected the relationship. I neglected it. And the reason I neglected it is because I felt neglected. So it just kept in a neglecting fashion. I felt like I wasn't put first. I felt like I was on a team with no team member, and I was the only one running the ball, so to speak. So I'm thankful today. I'm thankful today because I'm still here. I may be heartbroken, but I'm still here. My son, he's not. There's his ashes. He doesn't have a chance to love someone physically again, right? He doesn't have a chance to chant the psalm and make melody to the Most High. He doesn't have that chance anymore. But I do. I have that chance to live again, to be okay again. So the psalm today is very powerful for me personally because it's titled My Rock and My Fortress. My rock and my fortress. That is always going to be there. That's always going to be there. Your rock and your fortress. People may leave you. People may leave you. You may leave people. But you always have that rock. This is Psalm 144. Psalm 144. And it's titled My Rock and My Fortress. Blessed be the rock. Blessed be righteousness, my rock, that's a rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. The Most High is I and I steadfast love and fortress, a stronghold and my deliverer, deliverer from the pain and the hurt and the feeling of betrayal. Jesus was betrayed, and I don't know how that feels, but I know how feeling betrayed means. And when Jesus was betrayed, he didn't hurt the person back. He knew, and I knew there was something that wasn't the same. And I knew. So in verse 2, we see that this rock and this fortress is steadfast. It's a steadfast love, and it doesn't disappear. People may stop loving you. They may stop loving you. But there's a rock and a fortress, a steadfast love. It's a stronghold, and it's a deliverer. It will deliver out of the brokenness that I'm feeling. I will be delivered. And I'm going to show everyone on this YouTube how I'm going to be delivered. Right? Because that rock and fortress is a shield. And that's a shield. And that righteousness is where you find safety, where you find compassion, where you find love, truly true love. Because that is what subdues the people under me, is that righteousness, that goodness and mercy. And as I mourn the loss of my son, the loss of a relationship. For 6 years, I was invested in a relationship. And now it's gone. And even though the person is alive still, it's a feeling of loss that I can't describe. The loss of my son can't be compared. It can't be compared. But the loss of a companion, a relation, a friendship, a love is gone. And I don't know if I will ever find a love on this earth again that will love me and be a team member with me and put me first in the relationship. I don't know if I'll ever have that. I wanted that with the person I thought was my person. But the rock, the stronghold, and the deliverer is my shield. And that is what I take safety in. And that is who will subdue the people under I. So verse 3 now says, righteousness. Who am I that you regard I, or think of I? I'm as a breath, right? My days are as a passing shadow. You're not going to be here for too long. So verse 5 now says, bow the heavens above and come forward, O righteousness. Touch the mountains so that the mountains smoke. Flash forth the lightning and scatter, right? The light. Send out your arrows and rout them. Stretch out your hand from on high. Rescue I and deliver I from the many waters. Because I'm telling you, I felt like I was drowning. But I was delivered because I was able to get a little bit of rest. But this Psalm 144 is powerful. It's healing me as I read it. Because in verse 7, stretch out your hand from on high. Rescue I from the pain and the brokenheartedness. Rescue I and deliver I from this brokenness, from these many waters. My son passed. My family blames me. My companion of 6 years met someone else. I can't tell me, but I can feel it. So these are many waters that I'm being delivered from. I was in an accident, almost died in my Jeep. I have to go pick it up now today. It's been fixed. But I will be delivered out of many waters from the hand of foreigners. And these hands of foreigners are foreigners in terms of honesty, love, kindness, righteousness, and compassion is foreign to them. Because in verse 8 it says, whose mouths speak lies, and whose right hand is a right hand of falsehood. So verse 8 speaks of delivering from many, from mouths that speak lies. And that's how I felt. I felt I was lied to. Like, if I met someone, I would tell the person I'm with, this is not working. I would say to them, I would talk to them and tell them, let's move on and be friends. But not having them hang on like that and not tell them anything, because that was done to me. I felt I was lied to, and for 6 years. So verse 9 now, here is where it comes. Verse 9, I will chant a new song to you, O Most High, a new song upon an instrument I will play to righteousness. A new song I'm going to chant. Because this new song that I will chant is a song of liberation. It's a song of redemption. It's a song of deliverance. I've been delivered. And who else delivers the brokenhearted but that one that is righteousness? As my heart is breaking into pieces, I have to pick up the pieces off the ground, and I have to put them back together, not back, but put them together where it's a newness. It's new, because that new song comes with a new mind thinking that I'm okay, that I'm worthy of being with someone. I'm worthy of being in a relationship. I'm worthy of being loved and put first. I'm worthy of all that. So this gives victory to kings, who rescues David, his servant, from the cruel sword. And that's what I feel is happening. There's a cruel sword that's just slicing my heart into pieces. Rescue I and deliver I from the hand of foreigners, whose mouths speak lies and whose right hand is a right hand of falsehood. This is twice it's written. It's written in verse 7 and now in verse 11. And verse 12, may I sons, I children in their youth be as plants full grown, our daughters as corner pillars cut for the structure of a palace. May our granaries be full, providing all kinds of produce. May our sheep bring forth thousands and 10,000s in our fields. May our cattle be heavy with young, suffering no mishap or failure in, bearing. May there be no cry of distress in our streets. Blessed are the people to whom such bless fall. Blessed are the people whose almighty righteousness is Lord, is over all, above all. Selah and Selah again. Here ends the psalm for today. Thank you so much. I want to look at the words today, pray for others. I will communicate with the Most High on behalf of others. And the relationship I had for 6 years, or maybe I would say 4 years, and then it kind of went, downhill. I will commune with the Most High on behalf of that person, that they are embraced by the righteousness of life's journey, and that they find their love, they find their person, even though it may not be me, that they find that person. So I will communicate for others in the words today. Communicate for others. Communicating for others to righteousness brings compassion to life. So when I learn of another's troubling circumstances, I may feel called to action. It's natural to want to help, to do what I can to help improve the circumstances of those who are struggling. Before I think of material support I can give, I begin with a word to the Most High, to righteousness, to what is above. Communicating with that righteousness is the best way to bring the love and wise mind of righteousness into any situation. In serenity and assuredness, I affirm the presence of the Most High and affirm the highest and best outcomes are becoming manifest in the lives of those for whom I communicate on behalf of, to the Most High, to righteousness. So these lives of those are going to manifest in the lives. They're going to be okay, centered in the goodness and grace of righteousness in communication with the Most High. I may also do what I can to lend a helping hand, aware the perfect outcome affirmed in prayer may be manifested through me. I thank my Most High every time I remember righteousness, constantly, for all time. Not but keep on keeping on, communicating with the Most High with joy in every one of my communications for all of everyone that surrounds me. This is from Philippians chapter 1, verse 3 to 4. As you can see, I am a human being. I have feelings, and I hurt, and I have a broken heart. So we're going to move forward with the broken heart and be good with that broken heart. The verse today and the Psalm today, 144, very powerful. I love it. My rock and my fortress. That's what's going to keep my broken heart. That's going to, a fortress and a rock is together, right? My broken heart is all over, its pieces just falling all over the place. For someone who I thought loved me, But the verse today, the heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of God's hands. So I will look up. I will look up as I did first night when I looked up to the stars and my tears were flowing down and I looked up to the stars. I am going to declare the glory of righteousness. The skies proclaim the work of righteousness. And I talked to a cousin of mine first night, and tell her what was happening to me, to reach out. And the communication ended up where she was telling me about her childhood trauma. This hurt me because I'm older than her, so I didn't know, I wasn't aware of what was going on. But it made me realize that everybody has trauma that they bring to relationships, and they may not be positive outcomes in their relationships because their trauma hasn't been resolved. Hers hasn't been resolved. And the people that I were with in relationships, their trauma wasn't resolved. So I had to end those relationships. And now this one that I'm in, I thought would be positive outcomes and we would be okay. Didn't. So we have the verse today. It's coming from Psalm 19, verse 1 to 2. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of righteousness. And then we have the word today to pray for others. Please don't pray for me. Communicate with the Most High on my behalf. I receive all of the words of upliftment through your communication with the Most High. And then we have our psalm today that is 144, my rock and my fortress. My rock and my fortress. So, thank you for joining Chant a Psalm today. Have a blessed day, everyone. Selah and Selah again. Have a blessed day, everyone. Chant a Psalm a day. Have a blessed day.